This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning, I'm Olanireti Ololade. The major headlines. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Protest wave hits Abuja, paralyzes Southeast states. Suspend Constitution Amendment, seek referendum. Olanireti tells National Assembly. ADC warns against political witch hunts in coup probe. Labour gives FG 4 weeks to end varsity crisis. Sports. NFF confirms Eagles USA friendlies off. Dembele set for PSG return after 6 weeks out. Entertainment. Actor Sean Fakwa, Sharon, marries on a moving train. Nkechi Blessing escapes second Lekki ceiling collapse in 2 months. News in detail. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Protest wave hits Abuja, paralyzes Southeast states. A coordinated wave of protests demanding the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, swept through the Federal Capital Territory and several Southeast states on Monday, disrupting commercial activities and grounding transportation. Monday's demonstration, convened by activists and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore, leader of the Revolution Now movement, also triggered heavy deployment of security personnel around key government facilities, including the Three Arms Zone, home to the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, the National Assembly, and the Supreme Court. In Abuja, dozens of protesters were forcibly dispersed by security personnel who prevented the crowd from advancing towards the villa. Access roads around the Three Armed Zones were also cordoned off. The federal civil servants were temporarily banned from entering key ministries from several hours. The diversions caused widespread traffic disruptions around the Federal Capital Territory. At the villa, armored vehicles, soldiers, and personnel of multiple security agencies cordoned off the premises and major routes across the central business area. Suspend Constitution Amendment, seek referendum, Olanireti tells National Assembly. A former president of the Nigeria Bar Association, Chief Wole Olanireti, has urged the National Assembly to suspend further amendments to the 1999 Constitution of the country. The legal luminary said the country required a new homegrown constitution that would genuinely reflect the collective will of Nigerians and their uniqueness instead of another round of patchwork reform. He said, the National Assembly should, for the time being, stay action on the ongoing amendments or any further amendment to the 1999 Constitution. This Constitution needs a new rebranding, a complete overhaul, a substitution altogether. It has to be a negotiated document that will pave the way for a new social order. Olanireti spoke on Monday while delivering the 13th convocation lecture of Afe Babalola University, Ado Ekiti, titled Nigeria Yesterday, Today and Tomorrow, Imperative of a Sober and Definitive Recalibration. He argued that the 1999 Constitution, which he described as a military albatross imposed on Nigerians, had outlived its usefulness and legitimacy. ADC warns against political witch hunts in coup probe. The African Democratic Congress has cautioned the federal government against using the recent reports of an alleged coup plot as a pretext to clamp down on opposition leaders or stifle dissenting voices. In a statement issued on Monday, the party's National Publicity Secretary Bolaji Abdullahi warns that any attempt to exploit the rumored coup for political gain would endanger Nigeria's democracy and fundamental freedom. The warnings followed reports that the Defense Intelligence Agency had arrested several military officers from the ranks of captain to brigadier general over alleged secret meeting to overthrow President Bola Tinubu's administration. The defense headquarters has since dismissed the report as false and malicious. Reacting, The ADC criticized the federal government's silence on the matter, saying its failure to issue a clear position despite the military's denial had allowed the rumor to fester and fuel unnecessary anxiety. Labour gives FG 4 weeks to end varsity crisis. The Academic Staff Union of Universities and the Nigeria Labour Congress have united in the move to fight for lasting solution to the incessant instability in academic calendar of universities in the country. This is as the NLC issued a 4-week ultimatum to the government to conclude negotiations with all academic and non-academic unions in higher institutions of learning. The NLC on Monday met with the leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, Colleges of Education Academic Staff Union, Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics, Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Polytechnics, among others, over the ongoing strike in universities and other concerns raised by workers in tertiary institutions nationwide. The meeting was held at the NLC National Headquarters in Abuja. Sports. NFF confirms Eagles USA friendlies off. The Nigeria Football Federation has confirmed the cancellation of the Super Eagles planned friendly matches against Venezuela and Colombia in the United States, following the team's qualification for the 2026 World Cup playoffs. Speaking on Monday, NFF Director of Communications Dr. Ademola Olajire said the decision was inevitable after the Super Eagles secured a playoff spot. Yes, we have cancelled it, and it is automatic, Olajire said. It is bound to happen if we qualify for the playoffs. There is no way we can participate in the playoffs on November 13 and 16 and still play the friendlies. The two friendlies arranged through NFF's FIFA match against Jairo Passion of Eurodata Sport were originally scheduled for November 14 and 18 in Houston, Texas, and New York, respectively. Nigeria were set to face Venezuela at the Shell Stadium before taking on Colombia at the Citi Field Stadium in Queens. Dembele set for PSG return after 6 weeks out. Ballon d'Or winner Ousmane Dembele is in line to make his return from injury for Paris Saint-Germain against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League, a source close to the club told AFP on Monday. The news will come as a welcome boost for PSG coach Luis Enrique, whose side had been struggling with injuries this season. Dembele, 28, has been out for 6 weeks with a hamstring problem he suffered on international duty with France in early September. He had been recuperating at a specialist clinic in Qatar and returned to training last week. He missed out on PSG's entertaining 3-3 draw against Strasbourg on Friday, but is part of the first team squad for Tuesday's match in Germany, the source said. Entertainment. Actor Sean Fakwa Sharon marries on a moving train. Actor Sean Fakwa and event planner Sharon Ifunanya Maduekwe made history by exchanging vows aboard a moving Lagos-Ibadan train, marking Nigeria's first ever train wedding ceremony. The couple transformed one of the train coaches into a beautiful wedding venue, complete with floral decorations, bridesmaids, groomsmen, and officiating ministers. The Nigerian Railway Corporation celebrated the event, praising the couple's creativity and innovation. From lovebirds to locomotives, we are keeping things on track. History made. The first ever wedding on a moving train in Nigeria proved that the journey can be just as beautiful as the destination, the NRC wrote on social media. The wedding had sparked widespread attention and admiration online, with many Nigerians praising the couple's originality and daring sense of style. Nkechi Blessing escaped second Lekki ceiling collapse in 2 months. Actress and entrepreneur Nkechi Blessing has for the second time in 2 months escaped injury after a portion of the POP ceiling in a Lekki residence collapsed unexpectedly. The actress shared a video of the damage on Instagram on Monday, where she voiced frustration and resolve to relocate. In the post, Blessing described the event as another clear sign to leave Lekki, humorously stating that fans watch her films to help her afford a new home in Victoria Island or Ikoyi. Nkechi wrote, "Lekki, thank you. Another sign to pack my bags and leave. Second time in the space of 2 months. Abeg, make una watch my film. Make I fit go buy house for VI or Ikoyi. I feel dey smile o, but deep down I am going through a lot." Recap of the major headlines. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Protest wave hits Abuja, paralyzes Southeast states. Suspend constitution amendment, seek referendum, Olanireti tells National Assembly. ADC warns against political witch hunt in coup probe. Labour gives FG 4 weeks to end varsity crisis. Sports. NFF confirms Eagles USA friendlies off. Debele set for PSG return after 6 weeks out. Entertainment. Actor Sean Fakwa Sharon marries on a moving train. Nkechi Blessing escapes second Lekki ceiling collapse in 2 months. Follow us on all our social media handles. Facebook at Ifako Radio, YouTube at Ifako Radio, WhatsApp at Ifako Radio, X at Ifako Radio, Instagram at Ifako_radio. For news reporting, contact us at ifakoradio@gmail.com or call or WhatsApp 091 2222 7433. Special thanks to the news producer Olanireti Olusegun. Thanks for watching. I'm Olanireti Ololade. Have a victorious Tuesday. God bless Ifako.